What is up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are reacting to the brand new trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi. May the 4th be with us all. We will be doing a reaction series for this show. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/heroesreforged. We'll be posting uncut reactions for the entire series. I cannot wait to see this show. Also, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. If you've been watching all of our videos and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Turn that red button gray.
Today, if it's red, you're a Sith.
That's
you don't
right.
want to be a Sith.
Right.
No,
That's
you
right.
don't want to be a
You
Sith.
gotta be gray.
We stayed up last night till like 1 a.m. to watch Moon Knight, and I'm coming off of that like, oh, that was so great. And then it's like, okay, this is the next one. Let's go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wasting no time.
They're coming.
Oh,
Stay
damn.
hidden,
There they are.
or we will not survive.
Stay hidden. Stay hidden. Yeah, I think they're gonna
Leave us.
Yep.
Baby
When
Luke.
the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is.
Burn.
There's that moment.
Lars with the sick burn.
He's gone.
Maybe you've been looking in the wrong places.
Oh, okay.
I want every
Oh.
lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him.
Whoa, what? Damn.
Okay. Yes.
Kumail!
Kumail! Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Shit.
That's our boy. Oh my god.
Oh,
man.
nice. I'm so
looks
amazed
gorgeous.
how well they've done. They have not shown Obi-Wan Kenobi using his lightsaber at all. Like, we've seen it in
all,
some of the promo images.
It's
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like when you read the comic book Old Man Logan and he doesn't
Yeah.
pop his claws and he doesn't pop his claws, and then at the end when he pops his claws, it's
Yeah.
a moment.
It's special.
It is
It's
impactful.
special.
And we all know
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's stance on blasters. They're so uncivilized, so it's crazy to see him, you know, using blasters, embracing hand-to-hand combat. He's really trying to stay like completely hidden and not draw any
shadows,
attention to
yeah.
himself. So yeah, that moment when he
and-
first ignites his lightsaber is going to be a massively big moment.
I don't know if it's just me. He also feels like he's closer to Sir Alec Guinness than he has been.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he's really trying to bridge that
Yeah.
gap. You know, he's Ewan is really acting as though he's like, I'm just a few years away from being here in the desert.
Well, he talked about when he did episode 1, actually when he did all the prequels, as he got kind of closer to that age, he would watch Alec Guinness's performances more and more and more just to try to match as close as he could. And now this is only, I think, 8 years before A New Hope. So we're getting really, really close to him being closer to that age. And, you know, they talked about also how in this series, when we meet him, he's kind of like Luke Skywalker is in The Last Jedi.
Oh,
He's kind of walked away from everything,
Yes.
and he's put all of that stuff behind him because he feels like he's failed the Jedi Order. He feels like he's failed Padme and Anakin because of him becoming Darth Vader. So I think he's living with a lot of guilt. So I think the complaints that people had about Luke, I'm like, you're gonna get something very similar to that with Obi-Wan Kenobi. So you better be on board with it because it's a very natural thing to happen to someone.
It's a really interesting observation, Adam, that you just made, because when you go back and you watch A New Hope, he's almost very light and kind of like fun in a way, where he's just like, yes, I know him, he's me, and your father was this, and just so matter of fact and so sweet to the 19-year-old Luke, that you go, how is this the same guy who was like, you were the chosen one, you were my brother, and it was the, you know, the worst thing in the world happened to him to get him to a point where he's like, it's cool. We should go here. We should do this.
We should go have some beers and
have some beers. Oh,
have some
check this
milk.
out. I just met this cool dude, Han. We're gonna go with him. It's fine.
we're gonna go drink some beers with his dog.
He's sneaking around the Death Star like, I know what to do. I'm sneaky. And it's just, he feels like a mentor character who is not super burdened with that kind of guilt, but that's because we know that when George Lucas was writing A New Hope, he didn't have the full story fleshed out for like what he had gone through. So obviously you got to talk about I keep watching this trailer silently. You got to talk about the visuals in this trailer, dude.
The visuals are incredible. I'm continuously impressed on how a miniseries can get A-tier VFX in all of this. I keep singing the praises of the volume, but I think the volume has a lot to do with why we're seeing effects look so good in the big cinematic scenes, because they can spend a lot more money and focus on those scenes, whereas they don't have to worry about green screening 1,000 green screen shots, like keying out the green, because it's all in the volume now, and you shoot it like that. Shoot alternate takes, all feels natural, all looks good, and now you can really focus on having those giant big scenes, the ships looking good, the blasters looking good, the particle effects looking amazing, just everything. It looks like authentic Star Wars. And judging from other things that we've seen, it's difficult to get that authentic Star Wars look, like with the glowingness of the atmosphere and like the little sand particles and the clouds and the water. It's just, I'm continuously impressed with all the work that's been being put out on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and I think to your point too, the nice advantage of the volume is if you do want to use a green screen like backdrop, you can just project it onto the LED.
Yeah, you just turn it green.
And the nice thing about that is something that we've heard from people that we know that work in VFX. Some of the green screen setups that they do are so rough that they end up having to do a lot of manual keying and making, like alpha mats and all sort of stuff. But when you have like a consistently green background, it's so much easier to pull a key. So even if they are doing that, I think with the volume, it's giving them a lot more control and flexibility, which is going to make everything in the end product look way cleaner. And I want to know who the hell Kumail Nanjiani's playing, because he definitely looks like kind of a Jedi.
Dude,
I don't
he looks
think
like
he's
a
making it out
Jedi
of
guy.
He's not making it out of this alive, dude. R.I.P. Kumail Nanjiani's character. He is for sure going to be. I think we talked about this before. I can't remember, but because Adam, you're definitely the Star Wars is in your DNA. It's in your blood, and you're thinking about it every day.
Don't put that much pressure on me, Hector. The comments are going to come after me now.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil on me. I think that that this story is going to, just how like Rogue One justified how in the hell the Death Star Empire machine would create something so vulnerable. Even if the odds were astronomical, that you're like, oh, how convenient. The good guys blew it up with one shot. But then Rogue One's like, no, it was one scientist who was putting that. Purpose. It was on purpose. And it's really smart to go back and almost correct some of the like logic flaws in this space fantasy. This might try to explain how with the Sith and evil forces that are hunting down Jedi, how they happen to have missed little Luke Skywalker on Tatooine all these years, and Ben living there, and maybe even Yoda on Dagobah. So maybe we'll see how this show explains how, like, listen, Kumail didn't make it. This other Jedis didn't make it. These guys are efficient. They really did wipe out everybody. But Obi-Wan did something 8 years before New Hope that deflected that attention, saved him, saved Tatooine, saved the Lars homestead, saved little Luke, and saved himself. And so there might be some attempt at the storytellers are trying to, like, that might be their agenda. Like, let's actually try to explain how, that they kind of swept under the rug. And that if they pull it off, that could be fun.
He went like this to Vader. He went like this, put his lightsaber up, and dunzo. Vader's done. Vader's dead.
I don't know if they made this. I don't know if they made this like canonical, but I think in some comic books, I think it was, they established that either it was established or it was kind of interpreted by the audience that Vader never went back to Tatooine after the events of Episode 3 because of just the trauma that Tatooine brings Vader. So I don't know if they're actually going to verbally say that, like, oh, Vader doesn't go to Tatooine anymore because of the trauma he experienced of losing his mother and all that sort of stuff. I don't know if they'll ever go that far.
I think we're going to see a real great funny scene where two stormtroopers are like, I heard he doesn't go to Tatooine because of the trauma. And then Vader's just going to stice him down like Kylo Ren. Yeah.
But man, it's so wild to think that, this is now the second trailer that we've gotten. And I still can't get over the fact that we have not, but I think it's cool. I think it's really cool that they're holding this moment back. And despite it being on some magazine covers, it doesn't matter. It's always different when you see it in motion, when you see Obi-Wan pulling out the lightsaber. And I'm wondering too, I'm like, is he going to go through a lot of the series without the lightsaber? I think there's been some sequences where we've seen it on his belt loop, but I'm wondering, like, does he leave it behind at the homestead or does he not? I don't know, but I don't
think he's ever going to travel without it, given that like at any moment, I'm assuming that he's prepared for Vader to show up at any moment. Not just like to fight a dude. I don't think he's going to pull it out to fight normal dudes like we're seeing here. He's going to pull it out only to fight Vader. That's the only reason he's going to do that. Or maybe an Inquisitor. Maybe the Grand Inquisitor. Who knows? It's just looks
awesome.
It's so close. I can't wait to watch this show. God damn it.
What a good May 4th gift, you guys. This is like this is like Life Day almost. It's almost like Life Day.
Well, it's May 4th, obviously today. I think the Obi-Wan thing might be the biggest thing we'll get. And then a few weeks, we're going to have Star Wars Celebration. So I'm anticipating we'll get our first look at series like Andor and whatever other stuff they're working on. So I think I think May will be a good Star Wars month. I think we'll probably get a first look at The Mandalorian Season 3 and whatever else is coming out. So get excited.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah.
It's going to be a good month for Star Wars fans. It's felt, oh God, I feel like it's been forever. Anyway, guys, let us in the comments below what you thought about the trailer. What are some of your expectations? What are some of your hopes and dreams? And Duel of the Fates, is it your favorite song from Star Wars? If it isn't, maybe get out of these comments because we'll be ripped apart. Anyway, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Come back on May 27th when we drop our reactions for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we'll see you then. Bye.